Phones, zones, and drones. Toopher's got them all. In the next 7 minutes, we're going to show you precisely how Toopher can solve the most significant security issues that you face without causing any additional hassle to you or you users. My name's Josh, CEO of Toopher, and we are the most usable, most secure form of online authentication available. Toopher uses the location awareness of your mobile device to create automated responses based on your normal behaviors. It's invisible, strong, out-of-band, multi-factor authentication. It's simple, secure. The phone stays in your pocket, and yes, this is how quickly I speak. All right, so here's a question for you. How do you protect your secure data? And by secure stuff, I'm talking about your financial transactions, your secure documents, all of your nude selfies. I mean, all the stuff that's really important. You use a username and a password. And we know that, unfortunately, passwords are terrible security. So let's quantify that point just a little bit more, right? Last year, Symantec says that over 39% of online users were victims of targeted spear phishing attack. 39% of users, 39% of your users, right? And what's more, it costs on average for an enterprise breach $6.5 million to repair it. Those are significant problems. But Toopher can solve these problems by using your mobile device to prove that you are actually who you say you are, where you say you are, very easily. So let's go ahead and introduce Evan. He is Toopher's CTO and evil genius. And we're going to show you precisely how Toopher protects against cyber attacks. So, what you're looking at here is a Toopher-enabled website already paired with the Toopher-enabled device, and we're going to do an authentication request. So we're going to type in our username and password as we normally would. But this time, what's going to happen is, because we've never logged in from this location before, there's a notice that hits the phone that says what's happening in this situation. There's a login request happening from Evan's identity from this specific website on this specific computer. And you could choose to press allow or deny, but here's the problem. If you force your users to press allow every single time they log in, guess what? You'll train them to press allow anytime this is ever in front of them, right? That's a huge security vulnerability called repetition poisoning. It destroys user experience and security simultaneously, so how do you fix this? Easy. It's a little button that says automate this process when you're here. So the next time this exact same thing hits the phone, and the phone's in the same location, all you have to do is keep your phone somewhere near you and it's going to work for you. So Evan's going to press allow, and you'll see that you're given effectively real-time access to the website. But more importantly, we just taught you that this is a good request. And what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to slow down to tell you, because there's gravity associated with this next moment, because this is the future of multi-factor authentication. So in order to create an automated response, Evan's going to do it one more time. He's going to type in his username and password once more. Or he's going to try to type in his username and password once more. And this time, he's not going to have to do anything for it. Types in the username, password, the request still gets sent to the phone responds for it automatically, and ladies and gentlemen, that is the future of multi-factor authentication right there. It's invisible, and said in another way, the user experience with Toopher is the same as user experience without Toopher. So that's Act 1, right? That's protecting your logins. But we don't go to our online banking accounts to log in. We go to transfer money, to pay a bill, to add a payee, to do something important, a critical action. And Toopher can play a role there too. Because now, even though we've protected that login with invisible multi-factor authentication, when Evan actually tries to transact a transfer here and transfer $1.5 million to Zurich, we don't know where in Zurich, but in Zurich somewhere, he's prompted on the mobile device and he's displayed all the details of this transaction in a completely out-of-band format. And what's more, if he presses allow, we are proud to introduce our brand new biometric capability so that Evan, and only Evan, can authorize that transaction on his mobile device. And that's really cool, because now this is the first time you're actually having a seamless solution that integrates something you know, something you have, and something you are. It's 3 factors of authentication. We could change our name to 3 for that would be too much trouble. So, here's the thing. Act 1, logins. Act 2, critical actions. And we can deploy this on a VPN, identity access management platform, external-facing web services. We can use this for credit card authorization. You can use this for ATM transactions. But what about Act 3? What about when you get up and walk away from your computer? Why should we have some sort of arbitrary 20 or 30-minute timeout window that says that, yeah, anybody can get on if your session's active? Well, to demonstrate how we can protect against that vulnerability, I need 2 volunteers. The first volunteer, we're going to call on our good friend, Dave Lord. Dave, where are you, sir? Okay, Dave over here is the incredibly attractive man waving his hand in the back. He is the Vice President of Enterprise Architecture of US Bank, and he is incredibly brave, and you'll see why in just a second. The second volunteer we have here, we've codenamed her Nancy Grace, #droning-on. And so from this perspective, we're going to show you precisely how you do this. We're going to simulate walking away from your computer by flying this over all of you, either very quickly or very safely. And we will see what happens when it comes to breaching that geofence when you walk away from your computer. So, because as with the original Miss Grace, there's no purpose in trying to talk over her, let's go ahead and see what happens when we do this. All right, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, do not try this at home. We clearly didn't either. All right, getting close, getting close. All right, and as you can see, when it breached that perimeter, you have this new notification on the screen that shows you precisely that the halo has been breached, and you would walk away from your computer, you'd be automatically terminated from that session. That's it. Simple, secure. And a round of applause, obviously, to Dave Lord as well for risking at least a number of digits on that one as well. All right. So we are thrilled to be debuting this wonderful new technology for you today, from the integrated biometrics from Toopher Touch, and from the same standpoint, our new Halo capability, which gives you automated de-authentication protocols based on location awareness. If you have any interest in learning more about Toopher, please come by and see us. We're happy to talk about how we could deploy this at your enterprise for your users or your workforce, and to show you exactly why we're already working with a number of the world's largest financial institutions. And remember, you're spending millions, if not tens of millions of dollars already on security and user experience, and there's no reason any longer to have to sacrifice one for the other. We are Toopher. We are the most usable, most secure multi-factor authentication technology, and we yield our remaining minute to Finovate. Thank you very much.